Magazine news tonight. Federal government declares public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day and New Year's Day celebration. FCT administration assures residents of security of lives and property during the Yuletide. And Federal Road Safety Corps mobilizes over 30,000 operatives to ensure safe travels at all times. Good evening and many thanks for joining us on the news at 7 on Nta Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Ifoma Ojinta. The federal government has declared Monday 27th, Tuesday 28th December 2021 and Monday 3rd January 2022 as public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day and New Year's Day celebration respectively. The declaration was contained in a statement issued on Wednesday in Abuja and signed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Shuaib Belguri. Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, felicitated with Christians and all Nigerians at home and in the diaspora on this year's Christmas and New Year celebration. Aregbesola enjoined Christians to practice the doctrine of Christ, which includes, but not limited to, faith, hope and love. He enjoined Nigerians to make the best use of this festive period to pray for the eradication of insecurity bedeviling the nation. The minister urged everyone to observe all the stipulated non-pharmaceutical protocols and guidelines. Residents of the Federal Capital Territory have been assured of safety during and after the forthcoming Christmas and New Year celebrations. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu gave the assurance after the monthly FCT Security Committee meeting in Abuja. Shoaib Onoze Yakubu reports.
As part of the security measures, the G7 contiguous states of the North Central Zone are working in synergy to ensure a hitch-free celebration in the nation's capital, while the FCT Police Command, in collaboration with other security agencies, have intensified operations at identified black spots in the territory.
An internal security apparatus has been put in place to ensure that, yes, this show of force will be there and we are ready to secure and protect lives and properties in Federal Capital Territory so that they can have hitch-free celebration within the city.
We have strengthened our night patrol in synergy with all sister security agencies and intelligence-led gathering, where we appeal to members of the public to give us information because we cannot be everywhere.
On the rise in the number of confirmed cases of COVID-19, residents have been advised to abide by all the non-pharmaceutical interventions put in place by the NCDC.
The issue of this COVID-19, actually we gather our people and inform them that COVID-19 is real. So they should take good care of this hand sanitizer, this mask and other things to bring this information to the grass.
Chaired by the FCT Minister of State, the meeting had in attendance heads of the various security agencies in the FCT, area council chairmen, as well as traditional and religious leaders. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu, NT News.
Meanwhile, the Federal Road Safety Corps has fully mobilized over 30,000 operatives from all field commands and national headquarters to commence end-of-the-year special patrol tagged Operation Zero Tolerance to Road Traffic Crashes. In a statement by the FRSC Corps Public Relations Officer, BC Kazim, he says the Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi directed that this should be implemented to save lives and to ensure safe travels at all times, as 15 traffic control camps, 27 help areas, and 46 ambulance points along critical routes to complement existing operational efforts have been deployed. Routes to be covered include Akwanga, Lafia, Makurdi, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe, Sokoto, Tambuwal, Jeg, Birnin Kebbi Corridor, Katsina, Kano, Wudil, Dutse, Azere, Potiskum Corridor, Asaba, Abraka, Ugeli, Warri Corridor, Ibadan, Ogere, Shagamu Corridor, among others. New technology, the Corps added, is also being deployed while urging motorists and travelers to obey traffic regulations, as its men will be on ground to enforce violations of such rules, such as excessive speeding, dangerous driving, tire and seat belt violations, road obstructions, use of phone while driving, among other infractions. The FRST spokesperson says the operation, which has since begun, will see the special patrol run shifts of 6 to 2 p.m., 2 to 8 p.m., and 8 to 10 p.m., with night rescue teams on standby at all operational commands. Similarly, ahead of the Yuletide, the FCT Federal Road Safety Corps has deployed no fewer than 2,715 personnel, 12 ambulances, bikes, and 34 patrol vehicles to ensure free flow of traffic in the nation's capital. Asabi Tenemo Williams reports on this and more.
The deployment, according to the sector commander FRSC Samuel Oga Ochi, is to ensure free flow of traffic and zero crashes on the highway, adding that the personnel and the logistic will be on the road till early next year.
We'll do a lot of traffic calming, we'll do a lot of traffic control, we will make sure that people do not sleep on the highways, and we will equally engage in some enforcement.
So the essence of these help areas is to ensure that 24 hours our men are on ground to respond to any emergency within the FCT.
He added that the command has started public enlightenment against drunk driving, overloading and overspeeding with synergy operation along agencies to have free flow of traffic during the Yuletide. Meanwhile, the Directorate of Road Traffic Services on its part has also put in place measures to ensure only roadworthy vehicles move people and goods this season.
What we are trying to do is, by the special grace of God, come 2022 first quarter, we shall be able to kickstart the Abuja transport management system.
Our men are there 24 hours in every route that within the FCC.
Drivers have been warned that whoever violates traffic rules and is convicted will be taken to the correctional center because there is ongoing mobile courts now for speedy trial of road traffic offenders. Asabi Tenemo Williams, NTA News.
And as one of the basic necessities of life and living, the need to celebrate at festive period with improved wardrobe has been the focus of residents of Abuja this Yuletide. Despite the complaint of economic challenges in the country, most residents of Abuja still spare fortunes to appear and look good through tailors who offer various designs for the festivity. Rosemary Mochalel Bilal reports.
The art of making clothes usually comes with eye patronage and goes beyond ordinary sewing and mending, as it requires a high level of creativity to understand different fabrics and styles suitable for each customer.
Wow, it's been crazy for over a week now. It's really been crazy having to meet up with customers' demands. We have our challenges too, coupled with it. That's why meeting up also is a challenge. Like the light issue, sometimes the light just goes off like that. But so far it's been crazy.
Support my customer, and always my customer, things they are liking me, they bring work for me, I'm doing for them.
The business of making clothes has always been hectic, especially during festive periods. This is understandably due to the increase in demand. Most tailors, usually on the receiving end, always attribute their inability to meet up with the agreements with their customers to challenges like demand for express service and lack of steady power supply.
We are moving, the work is going, normally everything is good.
We can't finish their work on time because they bring it, they say, I need this work on time. I need this work fast because I want travel. Some of them, they talk like this.
From the city center to the suburb, stories vary on efforts to make deadlines and ensure customer satisfaction for a beautiful outing at Christmas. Rosemary Molteleng Bilal, NTA News.
And away from the Christmas preparations, the Federal Capital Territory Social Development Secretariat says it is now better repositioned to protect and promote the rights and advocacy for women, children, as well as other vulnerable groups in the territory. The SDS Secretary Hadiza Mohammed Kabir said this while giving the scorecard of the Secretariat for the year 2021. Shoaibu Noze Yakubu tells us more.
Next item. To ensure the nation's capital city is rid of all social nuisance, the FCT Social Development Secretariat in the year under review trained and gave starter packs to 450 commercial sex workers, rehabilitated beggars and mentally unstable persons. This is aside youth participation in different sporting events to enhance their development. Secretary for Social Development Secretariat, Hadiza Mohammed Kabir, disclosed that the Secretariat has evolved plans to ensure the implementation of policies and programs that guarantee the rights and social well-being of the residents.
Rescue several abandoned children and assign them to orphanages for custody. Reconcile many family cases, while some are going rehabilitation of FCT unit Children's Home and the Correctional Center at Guaco. Monitoring and streamlining of orphanages across FCT to meet up global standard.
Established in 2004, the SDS has continued to champion the cause of the vulnerable and other disadvantaged groups and communities in the FCT. Shoaibu Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Development took a firm roots in Kurudu when chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council inaugurated a transformer to boost power supply and enhance economic activities of the people. Rosemary Molteleng Bilal reports.
The initiative, aimed at elevating the suffering of the people through provision of electricity, was conceived by the council with development partners.
If in less than 5 years, this is what you have, right? It means in the next additional 5 years given, when you come to this place, you'll be surprised as to what you are talking about sustainability. Our hope is to ensure that the market gets sustained so that it will, widen the trading horizon. And by the grace of God, we intend to make sure that it is sustained.
With development partners, the installation of the power project was described as life-changing, especially as it impacts the economic growth of the community.
Through the location market, we had challenges with the issue of the marketers, the people who are the shop owners, complaining bitterly of the inability of them being able to make use of their shop to the fullest potential because of lack of electricity. And anywhere there's no light, you shouldn't expect anything tangible there.
I'm so happy for the light that we have now, because we were suffering before because we don't have light.
Strategically started at Kurudu Market, the transformer will serve many in realizing set objectives. Rosemary Molteleng Bilal, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, Abdullahi Adamu Kandido, has urged the people of Karshi to be good hosts to the Amak Community Radio, which has been granted full permission to operate. This was when he received the report of the Implementation Committee and a new general manager appointed for the station for a period of 4 years. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
On behalf of the
This brief ceremony of handing over of the Implementation Committee report set up in 2017 to see to the actualization of the AMAC radio was received with commendation to members for a job well done. On the occasion, AMAC Chairman Abdullahi Adamu Kandido reiterated his unflinching desire to the infrastructure transformation of AMAC, which he says his administration has delivered, including the AMAC radio in Karshi, meant to give a voice to the people.
Please take it from where these guys are stopping and ensure, total turn around of that station. Sooner than later, let us be heard in other communities too, through whatever means you can reach. go to the NBC, any contact, ensure that this radio station goes beyond Kershi community.
As his administration is gradually winding up, Candido assures of a smooth transition, reminding leaders at all levels to always add value to the lives of their subjects. Divisional Head of Information and Public Relations AMAC, who is now the new General Manager AMAC Radio, Patience Olaloye, on behalf of the dissolved committee, appreciated the chairman and AMAC for trusting in their capacities to do the job. The interest of the people of AMAC was agreed to be the driving leadership vision of the radio and its leaders. Abdullahi Hajia, NTA News.
And now for an update on COVID-19. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 21st December 2021, indicates 197 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. Confirmed cases, 25,267. Active cases, 1,652. Number of discharged cases, 23,391, and 224 deaths have been recorded in the Federal Capital Territory.
Grab your special Chivita and Hollandia Christmas packs today. Available while stocks last.
And talking sports now, despite FIFA and European pressure, Patrick Motsepe insists African Cup of Nations will begin in Cameroon on January 9, 2022, as Manchester United players return to training after COVID-19 outbreak. Let's join Ahmed Abdulrazak for details on Sports Brief.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino has suggested that the Africa Cup of Nations should be played between September and November as part of any revised international match schedule. Football's world governing body is proposing an overhaul of international football, including the World Cup, to be played every 2 years rather than 4 years. Despite enormous pressure from European clubs and World Football Governing Body, FIFA, Confederation of African Football President Patrice Motsepe has confirmed that the 2022 African Cup of Nations will kick off on January 9, 2022 as scheduled. He praised the efforts of the host for providing necessary facilities, and he added that the hosts have shown the world that Africans can host big international competitions despite challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic. New rules of the game. Meanwhile, Manchester United on Tuesday reopened their quarantine training ground following a coronavirus outbreak that forced the postponement of 2 Premier League matches. United closed quarantine for an initial 24 hours 8 days ago, and their matches against Brentford as well as their home game against Brighton were subsequently called off. With Sports Brief, Ahmed Abdulrazak, NTA News.
And here's a quick reminder: do take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to all COVID-19 safety protocols. That concludes the news in English. Up next is the news translations. Many thanks for watching.
Kwa wewe na iwo abedazaza ishandaje zuma onewa gubagnai gwamnati nla shintaga gwamnati atne jin ayi ku pye ko na pye shiba chetna ba shiba chenymo yele na baige anya gbada Yesu mamaya maka yepia nkodnala mme ko na pye ngu ata ntna kola shinta jega njesun ntuko tunu oye weibo nyakayankai no atnu amia Dr. Shaib Bangore wone tubwanu opaye nkwenyi akinzina abi akugnabage agubadnaba nje apma dnanu Yesu mamasaye nchedo nu oyewei nkobele nsapa azaguya Shaibu Onaze Yakubu wagange Minister Bibi Akinzinda Ramatu Tijani Aliyu wone da de nsai nun aye se ase achei aiku abaje ntuko tunu azakubo ase pianu ajan shinshi sinse nun apia deho dehi peje mbane jitun de penu zokoluko bagange nanu nsaye nkwen baku atutun gaya mi pe nu zokoluko ndu dubu tayi nwa baya tayi tu nguntnaba nu aza pe gun awoche gun atun amato ayansan kuyan ba lo gun awoche aba apakuru bedo nu amato azanzanya ajeyen ba lo shitache gun anyi na baige amato dnai ba woko fafa na azanzan ba nanu saye nkoyin asebe wule tenum wagange Samuel Oga Ochi ngabi sepenya wagange kami nhaye akugna amate dnai nge eza wote sin anya ko ba junwo wadnamato to haku azako aya fi mato nko diwiun ayanya ye fi dun nanu agmada sheko yo na sheyin wa kun ayi nu wiegma
Masu kallon mu barkanmu da yammaci ga fasarar takaitattun labarai mai karantawa Isiyaku Buhari Suleja. Gwamnatin tarayya ta kebe ranar Litinin 27 da Talata 28 na Disamba 2021 da kuma 3 ga watan Janairu 2022 a matsayin ranakun hutu na bukukuwan Kirsimeti da kuma sabuwar shekara. Gwamnatin ta sanar da ranar a wata jawabi da ta fito ranar Laraba a Abuja, mai dauke da sa hannun sakatare na dindindin na hukumar harkokin cikin gida Dr. Shaibu Balgore. A jawabin ministan harkokin cikin gidan wanda ya sanar da hutun Aregbesola a madadin gwamnatin tarayya ya taya mabiya addinin Kirista na gida da waje murnar bikin Kirsimeti da kuma sabuwar shekara. Hukumar babban birnin tarayya ta tabbatarwa mazauna birnin cewa za ta ba su kulawa a lokacin bikin Kirsimeti da kuma bikin sabuwar shekara. Wakilin mu Shaibu Onoze Yakubu ya ruwaito mana cewa karamin ministan babban birnin tarayya Ramatu Tijani Aliyu ita ta bayar da tabbacin haka bayan kammala taron ƙarshen wata na kwamitin harkokin kulawa da tsaro na babban birnin wanda take jagoranta. Domin shirin bukukuwar Kirsimeti da kuma sabon shekara, hukumar kulawa da haɗura ta ƙasa da kuma hukumar kulawa da ababen hawa sun zuba jami'an su 2,715 da kuma motoci na sintiri domin tabbatar da samun sauƙin cunkoso a babban birnin. Wakiliyarmu Asabe Tanimu Williams ta rawaito mana cewa a bayanin shugaban sashi na hukumar kiyaye haɗura ta ƙasa Samuel Oga Ochi ya ce an yi haka ne domin kiyaye faruwar haɗura da kuma cunkoso wanda jami'an za su kasance a hanyoyi har sabuwar shekara mai zuwa. Ya ƙara cewa hukumar ta fara faɗakarwa game da masu shaye-shaye suna tuƙi da kuma masu yawan guje-guje da ababen hawa a kan hanya. Jama'a, ƙarshen fasarar takaitattun labaran kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
N'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Gọọmenti ala anyị ekwupụtala na abalị 27 na abalị 28 nke ọnwa Disemba nakwa abalị 3 nke ọnwa Jenụwarị dịka ụbọchị ezumike ọhaneze iji merube emume ekeresimesi nakwa nke afọ ọhụrụ. Ọ kwekwara nghọta na ọkwa sitere n'ọnụ minista na-ahụ banyere ihe na-eme n'ala anyị Ogbeni Ralph Aregbesola bụ nke o mere n'aha gọọmenti ala anyị. Ya bụ nwa amadi jikwazi ya bụ ohere wee gọrọ ndị ala anyị ọfọ maka ekeresimesi nakwa afọ ọhụrụ ha na-eme. Ekwela ndị obibi isi ala anyị nkwa ịgba ekeresimesi na emume afọ ọhụrụ na-abịa n'udo nakwa na-enweghị nchekasị maka enweghị nchekwa. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na minista bụ aka na-achị steeti Abuja Ramatu Tijani Aliu kpughere nke a mgbe ha were nzukọ maka nchekwa n'isi ala anyị. O mekwara ka anyị mata na ndị isi n'ụlọ ọrụ niile na-ahụ maka nchekwa na onye isi oche n'okpuru ọchịchị dị iche iche, ndị eze nakwa ndị isi okpukpe dị iche iche nọ na ya bụ nzukọ. Dịka ekeresimesi nke afọ a na-akpụdobe nso, ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka nchekwa okporo ụzọ ewepụtala ihe dịka 2,715 bụ ndị ọrụ nchekwa na ụgbọ ihe mberede dị 12 nakwa ọgbatumtum na ụgbọala dị 34 iji hụ na ebe niile gara siriri werere. Asabetanimu Williams wetara akụkọ na onye isi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka nchekwa okporo ụzọ Samuel Oga Ochi mere ka ọ mata na nke a bụ iji hụ na ebelachara ihe mberede okporo ụzọ. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka ọ gwara anyị n'ọnụ. Ndewo.
Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ o, ẹ sì kú dédé wòyí. Ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Mobọ́lájí Martin ni oníròyìn. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé ọjọ́ ajé ọjọ́ 17, ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun ọjọ́ 22 oṣù Ọ̀pẹ àti ọjọ́ ajé ọjọ́ 3 oṣù Ṣẹ́rẹ́ jẹ́ ọjọ́ ìsinmi fún ayẹyẹ àjọ̀dún ọdún kérésì àti ayẹyẹ àjọ̀dún ọdún tuntun. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ ètò abẹ́lé dókítà Shuaibu Belgore lójú ọwọ́ lu àgbékalẹ̀ ọ̀hún nígbàtí aláṣẹ ètò abẹ́lé ọ̀gbẹ́ni Raufu Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá gba ọ̀rọ̀ sọ fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ bí ó ti ń bá gbogbo ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi nílé lóko yọ̀. Ó rọ̀ wọ́n láti gbé ìwà olùgbàlà aráyé Jésù Kristi wọ̀ nínú ìwà àti ìṣe. Ó rọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè bákan náà wípé kí wọ́n fi àkókò ọ̀hún gbàdúrà kí a lè borí ìṣòro gbogbo. Àsọdájú ti wáyé fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbé ìlú Àbújá wípé ètò ààbò tó péye yóò wà yíká orígun mẹ́rin ìlú lásìkò àjọ̀dún gbogbo àti lẹ́yìn àwọn àjọ̀dún. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ kejì fún ìlú Àbújá Ramatu Tijani Aliyu ló sọ àsọdájú ọ̀hún lẹ́yìn ìpàdé oṣooṣù ti ìgbìmọ̀ ètò ààbò l'Àbújá. Ọgbà ọlọ́pàá ìlú Àbújá pẹ̀lú ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ètò àwọn àjọ ààbò mìíràn ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò yíká àwọn agbègbè ẹlẹ́gẹ́ lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú bákan náà. Àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ààbò lójú pópó ti fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àjọ ọ̀hún tó ń lọ bí 300 yíká ọkọ̀ tó ń gbé aláàárẹ̀ 12, kẹ̀kẹ́ alùpùpù pẹ̀lú ọkọ̀ ìwọ́de tó lé 30 láti rí i wípé ojú ọ̀nà gbogbo l'Àbújá fúyẹ́ lákòókò àjọ̀dún gbogbo. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Asabetanimu Williams ròyìn wípé apàṣẹ wa àjọ ọ̀hún Samuel Oga Ochi sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ètò ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ ti ń lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn àjọ ètò ààbò mìíràn láti rí i wípé àlàáfíà tayọ lásìkò àjọ̀dún gbogbo. Òkè dùn kó pọ̀ ṣíún ní ọbẹ̀ oge títí ìwòye ọ̀la. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.